Hello there everyone, it's Kathy with Paper Phenomenon. We're going to add a few personal final touches to this December daily. This is the December Journal Jam December daily version. Again, everything will be linked in the description box below if you're interested in making this project. So I've got a few things here. I've got an initial. I have this tassel that I want to use, and I already discussed with you guys where I picked this up. This was an earring set that I picked up at Michael's, and I took it apart. As you can see, this is the way it looks. So I just want the green tassel. I've got a few beads here. I've got closure, this closure right here, and I have to redo my cordage. Okay, we're going to attach two of these finishing pieces right here at the ends. I forget what these are called. I think they're called crimpers or crimps. Forgive me if this is the wrong name. These have been out of the package forever, and I can't remember what they're called. Someone, if you know what they're called, if you can leave that in the comments, that would be super helpful. All right, so I'm going to show you how to attach these. You're not going to be able to see me do this because it's so tiny, and once I get my hands in the way, you're not going to see it. So I'm going to demo with this makeshift piece that I have here, just to show you what it looks like so you know what you are purchasing when you go to Michael's or Joann's, wherever they sell jewelry, okay? They come in tiny little package of like 20 or 100 or 50. Just get one of each finish, guys. They'll last you forever, okay? All right, so let's get started. So to attach what I believe it's called a crimper, it looks like this, right? It's got two sides. It's got three sides, a left, a bottom, and a right-hand side. You take the cord and you put it on the open end. You apply some adhesive right in here. Okay, let me move this out of the way so I can have more space. You apply the adhesive. I recommend Glossy accents. You take your cord, you put it right in there, and I'm gonna do demo. I'm gonna apply a little bit of adhesive. You won't be able to see this adhesive, but it's there, okay? Yeah, you can't see it. Too much glare. Ah, there it is. Then take your cordage, you put it right in there. You're gonna take your pliers, because you need pliers for this. You flatten one side. It's really hard, so you won't be able to do it just with your bare hands unless you're like, got superpower in your hands, guys. I can't. And then you take the other side and bloop. It's much easier with the paper. It's a little bit more challenging with the actual metal piece because it's so tiny, right? And you all know how good I am with tiny things. So what you're left with is this right here, okay? Then this is the hole where you would put your jump ring, where you would suspend your charm or whatever it is you want to hang, okay? All right, so that's that. That's the little crimper I'm working with. So let me get some more cord. I had to cut my cord out only because I want to put this initial in here with a few other beads, okay? All right, so let me get my cord. If I were not putting the initial in there, I would have need new cord. But I can't help myself, so, oh shoot. I'm not getting off my high chair, so guess who's getting more cord? All right, so put that through there, one end and then the other end. Okay, close that up, close that up, close this up. And so I'm not going to tie it, all right? Just want two even ends with no... All right. So now I'm going to choose my beads. And I've got some really cute beads here that I'm going to go with. And I'm going to string them. Okay, so I'm going to go with the teeny bead first. I'm doing a gold, and I'm going to have to use my little flossy thing Let's grab the flossy thing. Okay. So first I'm going with the smaller gold bead. Whoopsie, I missed a hole. These beads have larger holes than normal, and it's still giving me a hard time. And it's just because I have no strength in my hands. Somebody's got to go lift some weights, I tell you. Stay there. I brought this out so I don't have to wrestle with my beads. Here we go. I'm not a jewelry maker, so I don't have one of those bead thingies that holds everything in. So ideally I want these smaller ones, but this may not work out, so I may have to use the larger beads that I have here. But if you use a tool, it works out a lot better. All right, so there is the small bead. Then I'm going to go in with the larger bead. Okay. And I'm going to just put a teeny bit in so I don't have to pull so much. Get in there. Like threading a needle, people. I'm useless. Useless with things like this. Okay, there's the other one. And now the initial. The initial is flat, so it won't roll around everywhere. All right, so the initial, this one's a little tougher. So every opportunity I get, I don't know if you guys notice this, but I'm a righty. I try to use my left hand every opportunity I get, just to keep my brain fresh. Okay, so now large white bead with things that are not going to be super challenging. See, this would be easier for me to thread the other way, but I still do it with my other hand because it helps. Just a little tip for you guys, because you know we're only getting older, people. So every little bit helps. All right, so look at how nice this is. I love. So now we have this little bit here that's going to be just a little added bonus, right? And when we close this, we have this little get up right here. How cute is that? Well, let me flip it, right? So it's going right the right way. Oh my gosh, it's upside down no matter how I flip it. All right, I gotta turn it over. How annoying. So this way, no matter how I flip it, it's upside down. We cannot have that. So I have to put it the other way. So now I have to take 3 of these out. And I gotta put it in this way. Cheese and crackers, Kathy. I thought that just flipping it would do the trick, but of course not. Why would that happen? Okay, let's do it now. All right, let's pull. Cheese and crackers. Let's make sure. Yep, okay. Then the white bead. Stay. Then the gold bead. Get over here. Alrighty. We haven't even gotten to the crimping yet. Fun times, guys. Fun times. All right. the gold one has the smallest hole. All right, now we are good. Let me test it. Now if I put it back in the same way, somebody come over here and punch me in the face. Okay, we're good. Look how cute. So the question is, yeah, I'm just going to keep it on one side. There I was going to get all gaudy and put another set on the other side. This is just the special one right here. All right, so now I'm going to tie it off because I want it nice and tight. I want this to stay, you know, right there. Beautiful. See that? What a nice little touch that is. See the J? I got these initial, oh, where's the gold one? Did I not put the gold one through? Oh, it's down here. There it is. I got these also at, actually, I got these at Joann's in the kid jewelry making section. It's a whole alphabet is where I got that one. So it's really cute. They come in gold and in silver finish. All right, so now let's put the crimper, which I believe is called a crimper. All right. And when you're threading with this cord, it gets beat up. So just make sure you leave a lot of slack so you can cut off the yucky. All right. So I don't want these too long. All right. Because I don't want them, you know, dangling too much. I've got my crimper thingy. I already showed you how to use it. And you're not going to be able to see this, but I will still walk you through the process. All right, so glue in the bottom part, right? Put your cordage in that bottom part. Take your pliers and flatten the left or the right hand side, or close the left or the right hand side, whichever one you prefer first. Doesn't really matter. And it is quite challenging, my friends. I'm not going to lie to you, especially when you have a shorter end. And I'm going to take this out of here because it'll be much easier to work with here. I thought it would be easier to work up higher, but it is not, guys. And I kind of try to flatten it, like get it going before I put it in there, because listen, it's quite annoying. Then you trap it, and then you do the opposite side and flatten it really, really good. The cordage will be trapped in there before the glue dries, so you'll be able to work with it, right? But just be careful you don't pull too much on it. So you get that beautiful finish right there, which you can't see. All right, so now we have our tassel. I'm going to put the other one on, but I just want to see the length really quickly. And I want this key on the other side. I can easily put another Christmas, but it's just too much, guys. I don't want all that jazz. On the key, I'm either going to put a couple of stars or this teeny tiny bow, or maybe even the jingle bell here that I can take this apart, which is more than likely what I'm going to do. All right, so I just don't want this big old wreath on the front. You can put it on the inside if you want. And I definitely want the bell. So sorry, bell, you must come off the wreath. And there's all sorts of pliers that you could get a whole kit. And I have the whole kit, but I don't want to take 5,000 things out just to do that. There's absolutely no need. All right, so this one's going to be even more fun because I'm going to make it just a wee bit shorter. Yep, okay. All I needed to do. This one's going to be more fun. All right, there's that. So let me get my little crimpy thingy. Let me get one side going just a little bit, not too much. Let me get my glue in there. Close my glue. And now let's get this tiny side in there. Stay. One and then two. Flatten it really, really good. Get those muscles in there. All right, so I got them both on. All right, so they're both on there. And now we're just going to use our Jumprings to finish these puppies off. All right, so I want to use a couple of these stars, which I may have to. Sometimes if you twist them, you could just get them off. If they're kind of cheapy, the Jumprings are so cheap that you can do it with your hands. So I just twist the stars off and get a couple of stars off. I think they're super cute. And I wanted to attach this. All right, I need the other pliers. These and these will make my life a lot easier. And again, you can't really see what I'm doing, guys. I'm just doing this on camera so I can walk you through it. That's it. The more Jumprings you use, the more movement your charms will have. So instead of immediately putting a star on here, just one, right? What you want to do is you want to put one star, right, so it's close. Then you want to get another jump ring and suspend the star from there and attach it. If you want a cluster of stars, then go ahead and put it on the same jump ring. All right, so for my second one, I'm going to put 2 stars on it, just so it can have movement. And then you're going to attach it to the jump ring that's at the very end. And for jump rings, when you open them, you never want to, this is a jump ring, you never want to split them apart. What you want to do is bypass, right? You want to split this way, not this way, okay? So there are just a little cluster of stars there on the tassel. Now for this piece, I'm going to put another jump ring. Instead of attaching it to the jump ring that's already there, I'm going to give it its own jump ring. And again, that's just so it can have more movement. And one more. And then this one will attach to the base, not the stars. I can't see the hole. I can't find the hole. There we go. Found the hole. And again, you're bypassing, you're not splitting. I will say you want to splurge on jump rings. There's cheapy ones and then there's good ones. You want to get the good ones because you don't want your stuff coming apart. And this is really small. The hole is really small on this. So I have to put a jump ring on the end to attach my closure. Alrighty, and there it is, guys. Look how cute that is. Let's see. I'm not pulling by the ends just because it's still wet. You know, I want it to be dry. Look at how pretty that looks. See why it was important to cut my cordage short? Because, you know, It would be ridiculously long. So look at how adorable that looks. And you don't have to have this long one. Let's see what it looks like without it. Maybe I want it. I don't want this. I'm always testing because I like to see what things look like. I may want to just put the jump ring on there. Again, because I'm a simple girl. Whoopsie, I need this one. Oh no, it's already on there. My bad. My bizzle. And then I have one here, so I want to see what it looks like closer. Okay, so now I'm closing the jump ring. Sound like a surgeon. And I gotta say, I like it closer. All right, so I'm not gonna put the big closure on here, this giant clasps here. All right, if you like it further away, please, by all means, you do your thing. Now for the key, I'm gonna put some more jump rings on the key, a couple, and then some stars. Some more stars. And this big old bell over here. And again, the purpose of adding all these jump rings is to have a lot more movement in my charm set. And I don't have a problem mixing metals. I'm using, this is a antique finish type of key, and I'm using gold jump rings. So I am fine with mixing metals. You can add some beads if you want. I just don't want it to be too much, because then it's no longer practical. I want this to be pretty but practical also. That's very important to me. So I'm going to put 2 stars here. She has 2 kids. Then I'm going to add 1 more jump ring, and then I'm going to close it. So then I can add the bell to the jump ring that I added. Alrighty, and now there's a jump ring on the bell already, and I'm going to attach that jump ring to the jump ring we just added. The last one we added, right? Not the jump ring on the base. All right, so I'm going to close that now. Got the bell on there. So now we have the key with 2 stars at the end and a bell. And it jingles. All right, so jump ring to the end of the crimper. I think it's called a crimper. At least it's called a crimper now. Get over here. Whoopsie. And then get over here. Let's go up so it won't come out anymore. Now I'm attaching this key to the jump ring that is attached to the key. Not the jump rings attached to the stars or the bell. The one attached to the key. All right, so that when it's dangling, the bell and the stars are dangling also. Had I attached it to the jump ring on the stars, my stars would be up at the top. I don't want that. If you want that look, then you go for that look. But that's not the look I want. So there are my little charms, and there's my little initial, which I love. Now I want to add this frame. This is garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. So careful not to pull on the crimpers. You want to give those time to dry. Look at how pretty that is. Ay, Dios mío. So cute. All right, so where am I going to put this frame? And we're in the inside for a reason. So here, remember we have our notebooks in here. This is for a photo. You can put and of course I thought about this after the fact, you can put a acetate pocket here, right on here. That way you can slip a photo in. With mine, she will have to glue the photo in. I can easily put a frame here, but I don't want to lose this. The whole point of me cutting this is because I wanted the photo to go here, right here. And then I wanted the dot frame around it. So I'm not going to ruin it with a frame. All right, and then this notebook is going to go in the very back. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Right back here. So that notebook goes there. And then I was going to put the frame right here in the middle. All right, so I need another crimpy. So do I want it hanging from the side over here? Right here, let me see in the front. Because I have so much going on here in the front. We can hang it from here. Nah. Oh my gosh, this is just too good. Too stinking good. I love it so much. I feel like I'm missing an opportunity. Let me see. Gorgeous! Because we can put an eyelet on the edge of a page here. And then just put it right here because it will look cute on the edge of a page. I'm putting it on the edge of a page, guys. Can't help myself. Cannot help myself. All right, so I'm going to take this page out right here. And be very careful doing it. I don't want to tear anything up. Oh, I already teared it right there. But that's okay. It's not a bad tear. I'm going to punch a hole right in here. I love that I have 2 layers there. I'm going to mute you guys, all right? All right, I'm back. There is that perfectly finished eyelet on the front and on the back. All right, so for my frame, I am going to tie this with, I wish I had some gold ribbon. I don't think I have gold ribbon. Do I have gold ribbon? Not anywhere near me, but if you have gold ribbon, green ribbon, any kind of ribbon would be ideal for the frame. I do not have that right now in front of me, so I'm not going to go rummaging for it. I can hear my phone, but I cannot find it, so I don't know where it is. So I'm going to tie it with some string because I feel like a jump ring, the frame is quite heavy. The jump ring is going to be, oh, hold on, people. I know where I have some ribbon. Look what I have here. And I'm going to use this light one. And it's the perfect, ooh, I have red. think I'm going to do red. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm going to do red. Perfect. This red ribbon you will not get in your basic kit. All right. And I'm trying to find, and I'm going to take the jump ring off. Although this is a really good jump ring, but it makes just no sense doing that. There we go. So I'm going to tie that. Why don't I just feed it and stop struggling, right? So this frame, I want to say I love it because look, you can pull the picture out. Well, you can just slip a picture in there, okay? That's the whole point of this. It's pretty, pretty awesome. You can, I believe you can open it. It looks like it has hinges. Let me just double check before I tie this. It looks like a hinge. Is it a hinge, Kathy King? It is not a hinge. So I just have to put it on one side. I don't know, guys. It looks like it comes apart, but I don't want to break it right now. So I'm going to put it on one side of the loop or the hoop. Because if I put it on both sides, she won't be able to get her picture on there. But if I put it on one side, she will. So I'm going to tie it like this first. Looks like a little ornament. Probably should have left it a little bit longer with my giant fingers. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. It is perfect. I'm excited. This adds more weight to the project and it takes away a little bit from the practicality. But you know, one thing that's not practical, it's okay. Not 50 things though, all right? Not 50 things. We want to do 1 unpractical, 2 unpractical maybe, but not 50, guys. Don't do too much, please. Because then it just takes away from the fun. Because it's going to be hard to maneuver. Always adding metal is so much fun. Always, 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 guys. Now, look at that. How darling. How cute is that on the side there with the nativity set. Ugh, I love it. Yes, we can add beads. We can add all sorts of things, but you don't need it. You do not need it. Again, then it just becomes a burden and not practical. See, already we have things getting caught. You know, you gotta pick and choose your battles here, people. All right, you got to pick and choose your battles. So I'm gonna be very careful with this now because I don't want it to tear. All right. Look at how adorable that is. I love it, love it, love it. I put my notebooks in both cords, and the reason why is because they were kind of loose. I wish I would have tied my cordage a little bit tighter, and I just didn't want to untie everything. And I'm not planning on adding anything to the second cord, so I put both cords through my notebooks. Okay, and I'm not using these for anything, so I am cutting these short, okay? And wherever else, see this here, short. So I wanted to show you one more thing. So I put my notebook through both. Instead of 1 and 1, I put it through both, okay? So I left a 1/2 inch gusset here for a reason on The back side one really is so you can put stuff in here, right? That's what that's for. And you've got this great pouch style pocket here. But the one on the front, it's so you can tie some more cord and you can put another notebook there, guys. Okay, so if you take cordage, do a nice tie, you can put a smaller notebook, and I'm going to give you an idea. Or you can put journaling pages if you want to. Or, you know those books in the dollar spot, those photo albums in the dollar spot. See? I have way too many pages, but as you can see, you have a section of pages. But if you go to the dollar spot, or not the dollar spot, but the books for the 4x6 photo books, you can get one of those. The ones that are, and again, I say the dollar spot because they're weak. You know, they're very flexible. And you can get the thin ones, not a fat one. Remember, you only have a 1/2 inch gusset here. You can put one here and one here and right here. Talk about all of the room for photos. Wouldn't that be amazing? These empty spots for pictures, right? So this one I just demoed here because I want you to see, right, that you can put your cordage there. So I'm going to leave my cord there, and I'm going to try. I have to go buy some gift wrapping paper. So I'm going to see if I can find some. And if I find some, I will show you what I'm talking about. I'll come back here and show you. This notebook I'm leaving in here because I want Jen to journal, right? So she can have, she can write the date, and she can write weekly, not every day, right? I don't know. I feel like a page for every day is going to be too much. But there's some extra papers in here so she can write if she chooses to do that. All right, and listen, and I'm also going to see if I can find a nice pen because this one's a little, but this is done. This is gorgeous. This is so she can put some Christmas cards in here, whatever, right? I'm going to cut this down, and I'm also going to put another one over here because I want to find 2 photo books because there's plenty of room for them. I'm talking about the really thin ones. Nothing more than a 1/2 inch or quarter, or 1/2 inch. I prefer the 1/4 of an inch ones. If I have to rip some pages out of it, I will. So, because you don't want it to be too fat. Whoopsie. All right, so tie your cord. So the fact that you have sections in this cover is pretty amazing. So, I gave my September book away, my September Journal Jam. That was my favorite cover so far, right? But this one is also a fave. So I want to make one for myself. So I think I'm going to remake this one to do my personal book in. And I'm not giving that one away. Look at how cute. I almost feel like I wish I would have put a knot here and a knot here to make it stay. But too late. I don't know, maybe I could put something that I can crimp on here to make it stay right there. I will also look for that in the jewelry section. I'm not sure. But this is gorgeous, guys. I'm calling this one done. All right, I'm calling it done. It is so gorgeous, and I hope that you love it. This is the December Journal Jam. I will be doing a final review on it. All right, so stay tuned for the final review.